One of my favorite companies I like to have on the channel is MIRA Safety. They make everything from like rad detection devices. I've had those on the channel before. All your different chemical, biological, you name it. They have every type of detection there is. They have ways to fight and combat it. And then, like mask. And they also have ballistic vests, bulletproof plates, all that stuff. They carry a wide range of stuff, things for decontamination. I mean, not just on like an individual person scale, but they have it on a, large, say you worked at a fire department, or, you're just a first responder group of some sort and you needed some type of decontamination type thing. They have all that stuff. And it helps keep a lot of these programs up to date. And another thing, like with my wife, she works as a ER trauma nurse, and she does a lot of that emergency drill type stuff. And that involves natural disasters and multiple gas masks. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of things that are involved in that, and having to check and inspect and make sure everything's up to date and not expired. And it's just crazy to have to keep up with all that stuff. I did that sort of thing when I was in the military, and I do it here at the house. So without further ado, the CM7M over here, and we're going to take a look at it. Now, when I was in the Marine Corps, I did something called Respiratory Protection Program Manager. I had to know all about everything there was. You go to college, they send you to college. Like, you have to go to like OSHA college. You learn all about all this different lingo, from NIOSH approved to you name it. I mean, all kinds of weird stuff that you learn about. And knowing all that, and then knowing all the things that are happening in the world every day, you're a little concerned when NATO has we have F-35s with nuclear capability projectiles attached to them now because of the threat to nuclear war in Russia. We're about to go full blown mushroom cloud, and no one seems to be talking about that in the news, and I'm a little concerned. And so I'm reaching out to my good friends at MIRA Safety once again. So now, this is exactly what you would need, and it comes in this kit, this full setup, and it comes in this kit, and it comes with, there's your instructions on your filter, everything you would need to know about that, which I'll get to that in a minute. I have to cut this thing open. Here we go. I get to open this up. Freshly packaged. This is a kit. It comes with a drop lead. It comes with a canteen, drinking system. Comes with your thyroid safe. Now, this is your potassium iodide tablets. Now, this is thyroid blocking. You would need a little bit more than this one pack for an adult. And this is 20 tablets, because you would be taking about 2 tablets a day. The effects of the effects of the radiation that has on your body is kind of strenuous, and you would have to take this for more than a week. And this would be about a 2-week supply, because you're going to be taking about 2 tablets a day as an adult, and then if you're younger than that, the stack amount goes down. You can take these up to small child, and so but you would just have to add a couple of more packs of these to your cart, because you're going to need to take a little bit more than just 20 to survive. But it's cool that they add this to the list. I mean, if you could only take up to 2 weeks, at least you're covered for that period. But you would probably want to take it just a little bit longer. That's my only recommendation with that for you out there. That's the only thing I saw wrong with the kit, and it's this. And so that's not really saying much, but I would order more of that if I were you. And for myself, you're probably wondering how much I probably have on hand for myself and my family, because I have a lot of kids. We have a lot. So I've been doing this for a long time. The filters, you don't want to open this thing. Just leave it in here. Don't break this seal. Just leave it the way it is, all nice and packaged. And I've said before, I'll get to the mask in a minute. I've said before about these things. Like you've got all these different types of gas. They have everything listed here. Everything is listed here. It covers everything, and that's your gas types, and that's your particulate types. It's 99.99 plus. Anything in that realm, you don't have to worry about too much of, once you're in that category. And these filters are good for 20 years storage. So that's unopened because it has an organic compound. Once you open it, it starts to go bad and expire. A lot of other service members, it's funny how we're all kind of on the same page when it comes to this stuff, that have done this type of work before, where we're dealing with filters, mask, and things like that. These things honestly, they don't really go bad. They don't really go bad. Opening them, messing with their integrity, that will cause them to go bad. Leaving them contained like this, they're fine. But just imagine 20 years. I mean, you can just put this up, check in the box, you've got your filters, your mask. All you got to do is go to MIRA Safety and hook it up. You know what I mean? So it's really nice to know that. But this testing, the gas testing, they've got every single thing listed here. They tell you the amounts and everything. So all that stuff's already in here, and it's all covered. So that's really nice that they do that. But they give you this card here for your own convenience to keep on hand with your canister, so you know more about it when you go to, like, hey, well, now's the time we're going to be, so people can read the information on it. Now, let's talk about the mask. One thing you're going to want to do with a mask for you, or your family members, you're going to want to have a idea. Sorry, I'm having to walk away. An idea of their size face, because their face, you're going to have a shaved face for one. You can try to get a seal using like your lubricants, Vaseline, whatever, petroleum jelly or something. But that's not going to get a proper seal. You're going to have to, if you have a beard, if you're a bearded guy like myself, I used to not have a beard, right? I was in the military. So if you have to put on a mask, just keep your clippers and your shaving equipment with your mask. You can keep it right back in here, because normally people would put their canisters in here, but there's not a lot of room. You don't want to go breaking all that stuff up. So the other thing, it's like not just their facial hair and stuff, facial scars. If you have like scars on your face, like if you've gotten in an auto accident or something, or you got some cat scratch fever going on, I don't know what it is, whatever's going on with your face, you've got like some serious acne really bad or whatever it is, or you could be, it's just, there's different things for that sort of thing. So the seal is the vital part right here. This seal right here, it's important to make sure that it can seal to your face. And there's ways of checking that. You can blow back. You can cover the sides, and then you can suck in to make sure it suction cups to your face. This is part of a fitness check. So you want to do it's kind of like what they would call a fit test, and pressing down and on your mouthpiece where everything comes out, and blowing and making sure these valves close. So you want to make sure these are closing and it's making that farting sound. So you're going to put your fingers up against here and block this from air from escaping. You might have to open it because it might not. Let's see. Pop this guy. Open you. I'll make sure I don't open it the wrong way. Well, I knew I had that. I'll mess around and break it. There it goes. anyways, I didn't want to break it off. You know, you get to pressing on these too hard, you might actually crack it. I don't want to crack the thing. So right here, you've got this little diaphragm thing here. It's made of rubber. You're gonna you can put your hand over this. Then when you blow, this whole thing's going to make that farting sound. Sucking in, you're going to cover the sides. You'll cover the sides up. You got this one right here. It's already open. That's where your canister's going to go. They've got your drinking tube in the front, but for your fitness check though, you want to make sure you cover these up and suck in. It's going to suction cup to your face and then blow out on here, and you're clearing everything out. You can don and clear that way too. That's what they call it, donning and clearing a mask. That's another way of doing it. And you just put this guy right back on here. I didn't want to break it. I know you guys are all like, ha ha ha, you took forever. I just gotta make sure I don't break these things. I'll probably put this back after things. There it goes. I was concerned about it breaking. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna break it. And it's like, as soon as you turn the camera on, you start filming stuff, things start breaking. You know what I mean? People start doing stuff. All right. There's your drinking tube. So pop that guy. There we go. Get this guy. Come on. I'm gonna have problems with this too. There's your drinking system. Right there. Pull that back. Make sure it doesn't have a hole in it or anything. It's always good to check. And then that would go into your canteen. So you need to take a drink. Just connect that in there. Let's get everything lined up. There it goes. But that's cool that it's on there. And then when you're done, bring this back. Bring it over. It's a little stiff. It's probably going to need to get, it needs a little WD-40, you know what I mean? Everything's just a little stiff. Make sure, there it goes. That's your drinking tube. Just making sure that works correctly. So inside here, you've got a little drinking tube right there. And it swings it out of the way when you're done. So it's not like all up your nose or anything or in your mouth the whole time. But you can hold it like that. And you turn it back when you're done. So it'll go over to the side when you're done with it. Like I said, your filter just goes on here. You can run double filters on one of these. I'm assuming it just comes right out. You don't have to do this. But the reason why they like these types, and a lot of people like these types, is for shooters. If you have a rifle, you know, you're going to be carrying a rifle or shotgun or whatever, and you're going to be shouldering it, and you got to put your cheek up against it or something. You're putting your cheek rest up against it. This would be for a right-handed shooter. You know, you're holding your rifle like this, and you lean up against that buttstock, and you've got a canister there. You're kind of like, you can't look down the sights. So you're like, you know, you can't go upside down. So that's kind of where that comes into play. The reason for this blank off here and being able to put it over here. So if you're a left-handed shooter, not a right-handed shooter, you would just take this off, put it in the other side, and then put your filter over here, and it's out of your way now, so you can shoot. Bag, that about covers it. I think there's some lens protectors on here, and feels like there's something on the inside there too. So the lens protectors would be nice for that. I know the googly eye thing. I know a lot of you are probably pointing out that some people like this style. Some people like the full face. I have some full face ones as well. I prefer this because it's stronger, more durable, and it can take impacts. That's the reason why I like this better than the other ones. The other ones, not so much. You can damage those real easy. There's too much seal going on to break, and that's not a good thing. So don't always think the grass is greener on the other side, honestly. All right, this is a neat little kit. That would go on your duty belt. These would go around your thighs. And then there's you a sling. A sling if for some reason you want to just sling this bag instead of wearing it on your leg. But it's designed to wear on your leg, and it's fully adjustable. They have different colors. The colors sell out pretty quick because you know, checking to see if they had the the coyote available. They didn't have coyote available for me, but black is just where it's at. But it's okay because it's NBC gear, right? You can go like Jet Li in your Expendables, right? So you got a nice opening here, sealable, and you would stuff in your filter, your gas mask. You probably put your gas mask in first. It depends on how you want to pack it. You don't want to contort this thing, because you do, you're going to screw it all up. It screws up the fitness if you start beating it to death. You put this guy down the bottom, open it up, get this guy here, put it down in there, get your mask, put it down in there. Just be careful with it, not to damage it. I didn't pre-check any of that before I go stuffing it in there. Get this guy and stuff it in there. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just storing this until you need to use it, and then you can break it all apart and do whatever you want with it. Till that day comes, it would stay in here just like this. Till the day comes that you need it. You can even put this card back in there, just in the event, like if it's not me that opens it. Like for me, I wouldn't care, but for somebody else, they're probably going to want to know if somebody else opened it and it's not me. But you want to make sure they're a medium face if they're going to wear this one, because like I said, you're going to need to know the size of their face. If they have a really huge head, if you wear a very large skull cap, like your fitted caps and stuff like that is very large, you're probably going to want to go with a large. And so you would determine if you have a large face, medium face, and in some cases it's pretty obvious if the person has a small face or not. Generally that's used for a lot of women that have a smaller face, and medium is a rarity usually with females. I've seen just over the years with doing fit tests for people to make sure their mask fit and stuff. So just keep that in mind. Like, you want to make sure you get the proper size mask for your face. Make sure it covers the whole face. So if you think your face is a little bit bigger, it's just kind of go with that. So that's pretty much it. And I hope you guys check them out. Check out MIRA Safety. They even give you some cool stickers. God bless. Take care and stay safe.